best thing to do at 10:49.
True.
40 winks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's teasing us. He's teasing the nips.
He's teasing us.
You seen him? He leaned to it. He's just like, I'm gonna go on it.
He's a freezy or two before I go for a swing.
No,
How was the show? That's what I want to know.
Oh, it was sweet. It was like COVID was not real though. It was a little sketchy.
Shoulder to shoulder, you.
But they require proof of vaccination to get in.
That's wild. That is wild.
There are a bunch of people
wild.
really mad outside because they wouldn't give refunds.
Wow.
Yeah, there was
Did
like a
people know-
line of people like really, really angry.
Was there like a disclaimer from that was like obvious to see when you bought tickets?
No.
Okay, then fair enough. Like I'd be pissed.
Oh,
We looked online and we were like, "Oh, look at that!" And then I had to figure out how I could prove it because I lost my card.
We got an email in Canada. They sent us like
maybe a little receipt paper.
and we did the most unofficial thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I had like a little piece of paper, like it was like a tiny little card that looked like I could have printed it at Office Max.
Yep.
I was like, "This is stupid."
I just met some guy in the gym parking lot. He stuck a needle in my ass, and we've been doing it every week now. It's been going great.
You're addicted to heroin
good.
now, right?
It was more roids.
Does he use hand sanitizer first?
Yeah, that's when he's not using the needle. He's just using his fingers.
Okay.
Oh my god! I was like, why did you have to put it in your ass?
Why wouldn't you?
Plot twist is not his finger.
So
Yeah, you want all
Again.
pimply shoulders? You do it where no one can see.
not to
Just like
detract,
Rosas
to
pulling off his
detract.
pants. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
not to detract from the shooting the shit segment of our nightly ritual, but did anyone else come up with questions for Jimmy or?
Wait, we're supposed to come up with questions?
Oh no, but I mean you
Yes.
can't like this.
I was gonna say, I think Jimmy said he watched one of these. Do any of these look like they're formulated?
Okay, and you're
Is this
also
live?
no. we're
I'm
not live
recording
yet.
it right now. Just
okay.
this is the thing I've learned, that I should start recording stuff before, because shit just happens and it's great to have in the beginning. And I already got a couple good clips.
Or the end, you know? Keep the people right till the end of the video.
I'm
So-
saying it right now. I'm not getting in this.
Don't worry. I already got you putting your foot on there. There's a couple more Budweisers. We can get you there.
Karl, can you just get in the little car and just like roll a little bit? Like just
The real
like,
question is, was Karl telling us?
Think
or
about the
himself?
views.
Yeah,
on.
it's
Yeah.
true.
The
would-
likes, the subscribers.
because
I give you-
That
I
could
give you
be the
8 minutes.
thumbnail.
8 minutes before you're in that car.
You
Oh,
should
man,
just
no.
like roll by and just be like,
I'm gonna
That
shut my
works.
wife's bedroom door. I'm already getting hyped, and I know she's gonna be like, "You motherfucker, you woke me up." It's like,
We got 102 subscribers, boys. We're basically rich.
Well,
There you go.
"Damn."
Mm-hmm.
Oh. No, for real. If it was the old model when I was young with 2 doors, I would do it. But there's only one, so not happening.
that was the qualifier.
Oh
was
yeah,
a 2-door.
If it was 2-door and a few beers, I'm gonna do it.
You can tell Matt only has one kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, 2. Good lord.
did you say we had 100 subscribers? Who are we fucking Crossworlds?
No, we went
You're
past
you're
that.
above
We're-
that by
No,
now.
We're at
we're-
102, so like
Yeah.
bye Crossworld. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
that's...
we're super players. That's
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So who's C
Yeah,
Rod?
like 10,000.
How many thousands of them are they over us?
I enjoyed your Hermit Style spot, by the way, Lucas. It was the bit when you're rambling, when you started rambling, and then you caught yourself, and you're like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
You know what the best part about that was I didn't ask Jimmy before. I'm like, can I just fucking swear? Like that was behind my brain when I was rambling. I'm like, I'm gonna say fuck. I'm just gonna scream fuck. Don't do it. Just say something else. And that's what like made my brain pause. I'm just like, wait, I've been talking for a good fucking 5 minutes straight here, and nobody has got a goddamn clue what I said.
It's just like the afterthought of like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I was dying.
Yeah, I was gonna say the worst part about that too is that in my brain, I'm just like, oh wait, this is gonna be all on audio. So half the things I'm doing are with my hands. All my cues are with my hands. So when it's paused, it's me going.
Many Italian ends and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Oh,
how does
easy.
someone catch the Hermit Style podcast? Start off with that.
Oh, how do you catch it?
Yeah.
So are we even doing an
so-
intro for this?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Okay. Let's get all the dust over here. Is everyone ready?
wait, no green screen today? Come on.
I just got home. I literally still have my uniform on. Like
I was
now you're
gonna
making
ask.
now you're gonna make me change this topic. Okay, so we're gonna go right here. I'm gonna slightly lower the mic so I see myself
Like, yeah,
peeking.
gotta
I thought
keep
you
it
were
in
going
your eye.
naked.
I'm getting a little thing. Okay, welcome to Crunch Fitness. I mean, Berserk Team Talks. I'm still in my goddamn uniform. This is number 8. We got a special guest here, so everyone give a warm fucking welcome to Jimmy from the Hermit Style Podcast. We're going nice and aggressive today. You know what?
Oh, yeah.
YouTube analytics, I already swore in the first 5 seconds of this video. That's perfect. So, Armando, you're going to take the rest while I can breathe for 5 seconds. Just give me a couple chest compressions here.
That was well spirited, and I was
There
not
we go.
ready for that.
Good.
Welcome to this week's Team Berserk Team Talk. We have a very, very special guest, and decidedly not a member of Team Berserk, is Mr. Jimmy Bacon. If you haven't heard it, Jimmy runs the Hermit Style podcast and Hermit Style Discord. It's a really wonderful community. A lot of our Team Berserk members take part in it. Myself, I'm a huge fan. I'm always in the Discord, always chatting. And I like to attribute me getting a competitive spirit to the game from the podcast. And specifically, every regional I top, I send Jimmy my list beforehand for pointers. And even though sometimes I don't agree with his pointer, like telling me petrification's a bad card, it's like a ritual of good luck for me. So Jimmy and I have known each other probably about a year now, which is wild how fast time flies. But
Yeah.
Jimmy, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. I think it has been about a year. I was gonna say it doesn't. It feels like it's been a lot longer than that, actually. But yeah, I'm Jimmy. I'm terrible at talking about myself.
It's a good thing you don't have a show where you do that every week or anything like that.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Well, usually I have Mike with me, and then I can kind of bounce off him. But now it's just me. So now the show's going to be really bad. So no one tune in. Just listen to Team Berserk. That's all.
If
that's all you
it
guys
gets really bad, we can get Karl to go in the car. We just got to get him to get a couple more beers. We can shove him in the car, and the show's safe. That's
I
just
thought
how
that
it
was
works.
already I thought that was already happening.
It's-
It's gonna get too-
he keeps
two or three
looking at it.
beers.
He keeps looking at it. It's
Karl.
gonna happen.
Karl.
But please continue.
Karl.
We'll keep Karl for after.
Well, yeah, but we run the Hermit Style podcast. It's a weekly show. We pretty much talk about everything Dragon Ball, from competitive content to the collector's world. We're kind of just starting to dive into the collector's world, but it's a cool place. The Discord is blowing up, way bigger than we ever thought it'd blow up. I think we're definitely the most active Dragon Ball Discord, almost the biggest. I think we need about 50 more members, and we'll officially be the biggest one, excluding the
Dude,
big
now-
tournament ones.
Are you like tracking the stats there? You're like Crossroads is this many, like Uniax
Oh yeah,
is this
oh
many.
100%, 100%.
Absolutely
Then I can
gangster.
definitively say we already know we're the most active, but then we can say we're the biggest. So
That's
gotta
really
get those
exciting news.
milestones. But,
So, why Hermit Style? Why that? I mean, obviously that's Roshi's his fighting techniques. They're from Hermit Style, like Hermit
Yeah.
Style, Crane Style from Dragon Ball. But why did you pick Hermit Style?
just like why the name?
Yeah.
So Hermit Style was actually something I started before I even knew Mike. When the game first came out, there was almost no one here that played. It was me and like probably 4 or 5 other people that were playing. And we wanted to build a space online where people could get all the competitive info. And we just wanted to be like the first one. So we actually had like a website built and everything. And I'm like really bad at naming things. And we were all trying to come up with a name. And I was like, well, I just like Master Roshi a lot. And then literally someone was just like, how about Hermit Style? And I was like, yes, that's it. And that just stuck. But they actually split off into Team Fennec, I think it was called, and then I don't think they play anymore. And then I kind of stopped, and like 2 years went by, and me and Mike were sitting at my house bullshitting and talking for hours about Dragon Ball. And I was like, we should just record this. This is like a podcast right now, what we're talking about. And he was like, oh, that'd be sweet. I was like, okay. So I literally just bought microphones and we started recording it. And then when he was like, what do you want to call this? I said, well, I already have this Hermit Style thing. We could just go with that. And that's it. Sorry, I don't think that was that exciting.
No, that's decidedly more exciting than what you had pitched earlier. Yeah, and plus Hermit Style, it's got a lot of like. Why did you go with Hermit Style as opposed to something like Kaioken or?
Okay, now we're getting into dangerous territory.
No one would want to be Kaioken.
Yeah, exactly. What a fucking dumb name.
And for those not in the know, Lucas's Twitch channel is Kaioken Cards. Check it out. If you check it out this week, you can watch me getting clapped on stream by King Cold. I'm still salty about it. But,
you can watch me getting clapped as King Cold too, back to back.
A lot of people are getting clapped in that video.
I'm gonna just come it down to lack of practice.
Yeah, I blame you guys for that. But
That's perfect. I'll take it.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
But like, sorry, like Hermit Style, like that just based on what you said at the beginning about making like a resource for people to like learn and have like a database or an archive to kind of look at like the most like competitive or whatever. So like Hermit Style actually kind of sounds right in that alley, like right where like someone goes to train, like Goku and Krillin go to train with like Master Roshi. So it's actually a relatively like apt name for what you guys were like started with too.
Yeah, I wish that was planned, but I'll go with that. Thank you.
Use that answer from now on.
That's it. There we go.
So
Won't say a thing.
If you've never listened to Hermit Style podcast, and you should, I can't stress this enough. That's what got me into, like I said, more into the game. Is because it's one of the only competitive podcast resources out there right now, and I think one of the best ones for sure. And granted, I don't listen to everything, but I'm pretty selective with the content I consume, and I gotta admit, Hermit Style is the best, and that's including our own content. So, big thing I like about it is the quality you guys have and the format. So what made you decide to go like so high quality? And so if you want to talk about the format, like how you do in news, the weekly focus, results of training, etc.
Oh, that's an easy answer. It actually stems from me playing in a lot of shitty local bands. I'm a drummer and I've drummed in a ton of bands locally. And the last band I was in was Boxford. And when we were talking about recording, I was like, I'm done with these shitty garage recordings. I was like, if we're going to do it, we're going to hit up my man, Will, who's like a very famous producer. And we're going to go all in. We're all going to pitch in money. We're going to like get money raised from shows and just have this like legit recording because I'm too old to be making just bullshit kind of stuff. And that same mindset just carried in the podcast. So me and Mike talked about it. I was like, it's not going to be like on our phones with some like bad recording or just something like that. I was like, we're going like high quality. It's going to sound professional. It's not going to sound like we're two teenagers that just found out what a podcast is and decided, hey, I want to do it. We're going like to the top. So
now,
what are you pretty much
so comparatively, if you were like 7 middle-aged men that just figured out what YouTube was and wanted to do a recording.
Asking for a friend.
Now I'm getting lumped in with this.
Do you know any teams who just kill your ears?
You guys are good. I don't know what you're talking about. You guys are sweet. I enjoy your team talks. I think they're really good quality.
We're handsome. That's something that's super sure. Speaking of handsome, Karl, I think you had a couple burning questions you wanted to ask Jimmy.
For real, I really like the podcast.
Thank you.
Each week I'm tuning in, seeing if there's a new episode. And while you were away, I was anyway watching each day if there was a new episode or something. So I'm glad you're back, and I'm glad to hear your content again.
Thank you.
Because usually it's one of my things. When I discovered Hermit podcast, I tuned in while working and everything. So I listened every one of your episodes. So I recommend for everybody tuning into the podcast is good insight into the game and keep you covered for any any strat of the game today.
I did not expect the heartfelt
Thank you, man.
I-
I didn't either.
I was just
that was
You
beautiful.
don't have to get in the car anymore.
Yes, I was gonna say he's trying to get that out.
No, for real. Like for somebody who's starting playing the game, it's good insight. So I think it's one of the good tools that it's out there for the players and everything.
I appreciate that. That was something that me and Mike really wanted to do. We felt like there was a lot of info that's just bad that gets out, and then it leads to the community complaining about things that aren't real. So we kind of wanted to be like, we're in it, like we're playing. I'm not nearly as good as Mike, but I have the opportunity to play with him a lot, get better, and he's out there topping like every event he plays in, and to see his input and his perspective is really cool, because a lot of times there's certain things that happen in the game that I don't know, they like really aren't a problem, but the majority will think that it is a problem just from lack of testing or lack of competitive play, because they're playing decks that aren't really real decks, and it just kind of leads to this strange just outburst. And you see like even cards that get banned from Bandai, they listen to the community a lot, and some cards that get hit, it's like, why did that get hit? Because enough complained. There's no other reason. Like they just said, "Oh, I don't want."
Because we all said
said
ban Beerus last set.
Yep, that was the green card.
that was the
someone,
broken one.
someone had to have complained about it to him. Like so,
Majin
we just try and
Vegeta
get the
was
good
running
info out.
So we're lucky enough in that we have our own little, I'm going to say creator here, because we have Jaudat with us today. And Jaudat is actually the creator of Team Berserk and one of the creators of both DBSL and Fight Night. So while we got Jaudat, I'm going to ask, why did you want to start a Dragon Ball team? And why did you want to start DBSL and start doing like the Fight Night events?
So the team was to bring higher level players across Canada to be not exclusive to a region or a group of people, but to be inclusive to everybody in Canada who wants to play at a high level. We've got Armando from Southern Ontario. We've got Karl from Quebec. We've got Nick from Alberta.
So why do we have Lucas?
Lucas, because he showed up every day during the lockdown. Okay, to be honest, Lucas, he told me about his YouTube channel. I want to work with him on that. Grow
Wait,
his
he's not here for the flowers. He's not here for the flowers. You gotta wait.
Yeah, you gotta get.
There we go. Now you can give
You
him
guys
the flowers.
actually fucking waited? Oh, I was
I'm
honestly
sick-
stretching my
I'm
legs. It
sick
felt
of
great.
hearing.
I was sure he's gonna change shirts. You could have changed shirts.
All I got over there is like a TV. Unless you want me to come back with like a Guitar Hero guitar over my chest and have that instead of a shirt.
I would very much like that.
That's-
wait.
That,
We'll wait.
I'm saving those for the tier 3 subs. That's the only reason you get foot pics and then you get a couple shirtless pics. That's where you cash in the real Twitch money.
Are you gonna sell your bath water?
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna one up. I'm gonna sell my piss. I'm just gonna do that.
How do you think he funded the mic?
Yeah, exactly. What do you think this shit's free?
That was a wild left
This
turn.
is
Wow.
all I'm doing the podcast. I'm gonna cut everything else out and just keep this. It's gonna be a 4-second. It's gonna be a 5-second video of me talking about selling my piss, and it's gonna fund the whole team. Honestly,
Jaudat's like, why is Lucas here? And he's like, I'm gonna sell my own piss. And then I was like, wow, that escalated really fast.
It's a solid opener.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
OnlyFans, you can't do porn anymore. So
that's
that
till
true?
September.
Like,
I
an
think.
alternative.
I think it's till
They pulled
September.
that back today.
You-
Yeah,
Did
they pulled
they?
that back today. They walked
They
it
pulled
back.
it back.
Yeah.
Still time.
Well, think about it. That's like
interesting. Armando knew that.
yeah.
We gotta have a plan.
That's like McDonald's stopped selling hamburgers. Like, what the hell's going on?
I was gonna have to go with a different credit card company. So
Explaining to your wife
Okay,
all these
back to the
charges on the
question,
credit
back to the
card.
question. Back to the
Jaudat's-
question.
Say something nice about Lucas.
Don't.
Okay, so Lucas told me about his YouTube video show that he was doing. YouTube clips. I guess he was doing openings and things before. I want to work with him on that. That's why. Well, not only that reason. During the lockdown, when we had no local events, Lucas and his friends would come to my house, I
And
was able
mug 'em.
to fund tournaments
Yeah.
within the house.
Jason admitting and breaking the law on the podcast. So go ahead.
Yeah. Keep going so they get the handcuffs on us and we go to Canadian jail.
Yeah, they'll fine us
Sorry,
$200.
Yeah.
Okay. So we
We're
were
not allowed
within
to
the
make those
legal
comments
limits
on
of
the
the amount
show.
of people allowed in the house, and we had segregated areas.
Yeah, we all had masks on, we all had gloves, and it was all
Sanitizers, it was all good.
mandatory. It was mandatory for mental health. There we go. Loopholes. We just went through all of them.
I hear you. I
Nailed it.
shouldn't have even brought it up. So, anyways, we're blessed to have Jay, and he's an excellent mind, excellent content creator, and he's always trying to do more for the community. And one thing we want to do is partner with Hermit Style. And Jimmy, obviously, you're already aware of this, but some of our viewers might not be. If you've ever seen the DBSL Dragon Ball Super League Fight Night event, it's usually put on Twitch by Kaioken Cards. Recently, DBS Deck Planet streamed one for a European versus Asia tournament. Anyway, it's like a best of 3 match where there's 3 different decks being used. Lucas, I'm saying it for you because you've said it like every time, and I know you need the break.
Thank you. You're saying it in English. I was saying it in Turkish or something because it was so confusing when it came out of my lips.
You
So
play
the
3 different decks.
So the reason, the way that we came up with Fight Night was when we were on the community discussion in early January, we saw people talking about regionals on how people had an easy route to the championship, and we said, hey, how do we make it difficult for people with the ranking system to be the number 1 player? And that was by having 3 different decks with no siding, and you would use one deck, remove it, go on to the next. So you're testing your level of building, the sauce that you bring, and the number of builds that you got. So that was more of a challenge to the community. What do you have? What are you bringing to the table? And it's not like you got an easy way to beat your opponent, unless if you somehow randomly, have a good matchup every time against your opponent.
Yeah, you don't know what your opponent's going to do in game 2 and game 3. So it's really interesting. It's almost like a meta-breaking event. It's a lot of fun. I've played in the Fight Nights before. I think Nick has as well.
Yeah, Nick has. I have as a sub-in. We both had to sub in for people who dropped last minute, and Armando has, of course, played in Fight Night.
Yeah, it's so there are a lot
I had
of fun.
about an hour to randomly create 3 decks.
I'm sure
That
I've
was
seen your
fun.
card collection. I'm sure that wasn't difficult.
Well, I mean,
I thought I had 5 minutes. I was like, okay, which one do I use today?
So when I was featured on Fight Night, I posted my stream link in a couple different Discords, a couple different Facebook groups, and Jimmy actually was very flattering, was one of the viewers that tuned in and watched us play. And my understanding was Jimmy was a fan. He liked the format with the 3 different decks, thought it was cool. So if you want to get... Yeah, and actually it was Jimmy and even John Carlo, I think, too, at one point, said this is something I'd like to do or get involved in because it's only an hour or 2 of your time. You get to sit down, play a couple games, play 3 different decks instead of being attached. Like for me, regionals can be draining when you're playing the same deck. Even a best of 3 regionals, when you're going 8 rounds, that means you're playing your deck up to like 24 times before top cut, and then maybe another 9 times after top cut. So it definitely gets draining, and I certainly think the changing your decks up is a fun way to mix it up. And it's cool to go head to head. Lucas always does a great job hyping up grudge matches, and it's a lot of fun. So we're really excited to bring a Hermit Style Fight Night. So if you're not aware, and I know Jimmy said this before, so I'm going to save him the talking, is there's you sign up in the Hermit Style Discord. There's a link. You have to be a fighter role or above. So you can either boost to get there if you want to go the pay to win route, or you can message, comment, talk in the Discord. It's really easy to get to fighter role. You can do it in like a day, and then you can enter in to participate in the Fight Night. So we're really excited to put this event on. I know Jimmy's been talking about it for a while. We're seeing if Jimmy's going to participate in it. He hasn't given us an affirmative yes or no yet. So I'm hoping that'll be the scoop today.
No, I do want to.
Yeah,
100%. 100%
Okay.
want to.
So-
so non-committal.
I'm 100% down to try. Um, so moving on to the our next little, because we do obviously we're here to talk about Dragon Ball as much as it's fun to talk about different podcasts and content and that kind of stuff. Given that we're talking about 3 different decks that we'd be bringing to Fight Night, since we last talked, is anyone building anything new or different? I'm going to toss it over to Matt because I actually have no idea what you're building this set.
I'm always playing Blue Baby. I don't think I'll ever stop playing Blue Baby until they finally
Gosh.
ban it one day.
My man.
But I am for on the side, like also like I built like green Videl or skillless Videl. I guess I don't have to say green that part yet.
Is it because you're running Black Gogeta in it? Is that what?
Absolutely. So green Videl I've been messing around with, and then actually Nick shared a really cool deck with me for like Black Hatch, like so where it's like the one attack or one. What? No, it's great. I need a place to put that special rare Gogeta.
I played against Nick once in a best of 3 where he was Hatch and I was Dark Broly, and it was the most frustrating draw that I've ever had. Just like we finished game 2 and time started, and we're both like, well, we're realistically not going to have. There's no way
Actually, this is like a repressed memory because I don't even remember this happening.
I was beyond that. I was beyond angry. I was like, this is wild.
It's
What
kept
the hell
Armando
was
up.
this?
This was like months ago. Like this was when I first joined the team. So, like probably a year and a half ago. You told me to play in the I think it was the Three Kings Loot online locals.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this was after. Yeah, I think this was after I needed a break from Cell Surge, and I just needed to play something that was just I didn't need to think, and I was just like so just done because literally for months I was just every day putting in hours and hours and hours of testing in with Cell Surge, so I just needed a fucking break. So Hatch was the answer for me. It's like this will still piss people off, which is the goal. I was like, I don't have to think. And then I got memed on because I had to play against someone who brought like it was a returning player who hadn't played in like close to a year, and of course he brought freaking Invoker, and I was just like, I saw that, and I was like, cool. So I got burned from 7 to 0. So I mean, it was
That's
justice if it makes you feel better.
I mean, I still took a draw, but whatever.
Who's counting?
Jay, what are you building?
Me?
Other than Shenron Xeno and retooling my yellow Shenron, I haven't really gone to build anything else. I've got a bunch of Videl cards that maybe I can build Videl, but that's about it.
I know,
She's a
Karl,
finisher.
I know Karl's been working on Xenosen. That deck, it's a lot of fun to play against.
Yeah. So mostly Xenosin. I don't think it's good. It's gonna be good, but not right now. Not
Not in a fast format. I agree with you there.
because King Vegeta is just a pain in the ass.
It's
But
just bullshit, They'll
yeah,
build out.
Then they swing through it on turn 2 and just delete your last 3 life. But
but mostly I think I'm gonna stick around with the Xeno Gogeta. Maybe I've been trying the skillless build. So mostly I'm gonna stick with that, waiting for new support for Sin. But yeah, maybe toying around with the mono yellow Android or something.
and I'm just going to go in order on my grid now because I know hopefully the grid's the same for everybody. But Jimmy, what have you been building? You're the center of my screen. The center of mine.
Center of
Which is
attention.
appropriate because appropriate because he's the guest. But
So I just started playing again, like literally just started. I think I officially started playing probably a week ago. I went to my first locals again. So I'm just playing Blue Baby. That was just what I already had built. See, I said my man.
All right.
We have
Support
like
is
all of
growing.
Hermit Style on Blue Baby. Like,
Right on.
but I mean, it's still a good deck. I literally didn't do anything to it. I just put Boo Unison in it, and I was like, oh, okay, just keep playing the same deck. It's the same thing. But now I have to play Sensu Bean because I played against King Vegeta, and that's whack. So
there, he let the spice. He spilled the beans for everybody. That's it. You play Sensu Bean, go to 20K.
oh,
now
people
can
don't
you
know
be-
that.
No. Now King
People
Vegeta
clearly
can't
did
go
not
King.
play in older formats.
Yeah, that's how you
It's
stop
like-
Storm. Was you
it's
just
very
mulligan for
simple.
sensu beans? Put two of those, you
Like-
can't do shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. King Vegeta sucks. Like, I don't like that it's a thing, but it's really annoying. Like, I don't like this format at all, personally. I'm like really bored in it. But you just have to play dumb cards like that. Like Blue Baby shouldn't need to play Sensu Bean. That's silly, but it does right now. There's other cards you can play too, but
Now I know you're hyped to build the deck coming out, and that would be
oh baby, the SS4 deck. Oh my god, yes. Oh,
Yeah.
I've been wanting this deck since the game started. Actually, since Dragon Ball was a thing, I wanted this deck. I used to play a game called The Spoils, and my favorite deck had this card called Soul Searcher. And basically, for every different color you had in your mana, you had these wild effects. So I just played for like a year. I played this deck that just had every color. You just slam all the cards down, and then you just win. And I saw that. I said, "Oh my god! I don't care how bad this deck is. I have to play it."
because like when I tap 5 for that Gogeta,
It's over for these fools.
Suck my dick.
as long as they don't God Ceiling. Nick, what about you? What have you been on?
Like currently for new stuff, not
Yeah.
much. It was just kind of tinkering with like the final details for Soul Surge. Shockingly enough, after putting out that list with no negates, I will surprise people with maybe one or two with some spicy negates that will be in there. So we'll see if we can increase some price of some foil cards. We'll see. I'll do something with it eventually.
The Surge Bardock negate, the 1-drop yellow one that lets you surge.
You'll
Yeah,
see.
that card sucks.
It'll pop up. It'll surprise some people. It's gonna be fun.
And Rage Gohan Awakening comeback.
Shocking death ball.
Yo, that card is gas, bro.
That's bullshit.
I used to love that card. Old SS3.
But the deck stack I'm really excited to pour an unnecessary amount of time into is going to be Set One Frieza with the new Broly BR stuff.
Yeah,
I don't care how bad it's going to be. That's going to be my fun deck. Like I'm going to play the shit out of that. It's gonna be good.
Lucas, what about you?
Like, why am I last? I thought Jay was supposed to be last for all of these. I know I'm at the bottom here, but I don't know. Played Red Jiren already. That's no, please, Jesus, go on.
We beat on Jay a lot, okay? He deserves a week off.
Okay, fine.
Oh, no weeks off. Come on.
Yeah, see,
I don't want to hear this week off thing.
Yeah, Nick beat on Jay.
yeah, we're okay. I see. I was gonna make another
Phrasing.
comment. We're not going to.
Set you up.
Yeah,
Knock
but
him down.
exactly. But Red Jiren, still playing that. I think that deck's fun as hell, even though it's not comparable to, King Vegeta being the Red Menace. I want to dabble into Super 17. That's another deck where I'm just like, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Will it be good? Hell no. But I did order the SCR because I think that SCR is pretty good. And just to keep it theme with the deck. But Anniversary, of course, SS4, that was the thing. Rainbow colored deck, hell yeah. That's people smelling that secret rare now and trying to upsell that, even though only have one of them in the deck. And it's...
I want to play it.
I do too. You refresh your energy with the -X, whatever, put everything down, get all the energy back, get some effects. That sounds cool. But anything else besides that, I was never into the Goku Black leader. So when I saw Goku Black, like that Zamasu unison, I'm like, please be set to Zamasu. Please be set to Zamasu. And when it was Goku Black, I'm like, maybe they're going to do a reboot. I know some people were talking about how they did that with Gotenks with the last anniversary box. They gave some green Gotenk support, which set one Gotenks, cool idea, set one leader. That's the problem. But when they gave the new rebooted, kind of rebooted, to fit the Unison archetype, it was a decent deck when it was out. So hopefully they do it with Goku Black, being that there's only been one solo Goku Black leader, and then maybe I'll actually like it.
I'll give another Herman Style Timbit here, and for you non-Canadians, Timbit is like it's a donut in Canada.
Donut hole.
Donut hole.
That's the best way to explain it, because I've never heard of a donut hole before until I try to explain a Timbit to someone, and then they're just like a donut hole, right? I'm like, oh my god, that's a perfect explanation.
What are your thoughts on Go Tanks, Jimmy?
Green Go Tank sucks, dog.
Oh,
That deck has always been terrible. I'm
I
talking to
think
you, Jay.
you do have the green shirt on.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I know. Someone has to do green good. It's not Go Tanks.
Yeah.
So, Jimmy talked about taking a break from the game. This is something that obviously, in his case, may have been involuntary, but a lot of people take voluntary breaks when the game takes sets off. Like Jimmy said, he's not building anything this set. Probably going to come back in on the anniversary box. Personally, I'm thinking about taking a break, at least from competitive, for a bit after Gen Con in September, but we'll see how it feels, and if I still
So are
feel
you saying
burnt
you're
out.
not playing the finals? Just want to make sure.
Which fun? Oh yeah, Nats. Yeah, I'll skip it. Whatever.
It's for scrubs.
See how I feel. I'm fine with my regional certs, but yeah.
It's webcam. It's not real. Don't worry.
Man, you just stripped away all of our accolades in one line. Everyone in this chat is like,
It's okay. It's only mine too. I suck at this game, so don't worry about it.
So, what is it like coming back to the game after taking a break? Like, what's your strategy for adapting and learning and finding out what new cards do? What decks are good?
It's interesting. This isn't the first break that I've taken from the game. It's actually my third one. I took a break during Mecha Frieza format the first time because that shit was terrible, and then I took a break during like right around Destroyer Kings. I just wasn't having fun with the game, and that was even before Danny went and like made Super Shenron famous. So then I was like really happy I took a break because that looked terrible. But each time I come back, I don't really have like a set way I come back. I just play a lot. I think you just have to like I'm a very hands-on kind of person. So like when cards get revealed and I just read them, I have to like actually play with people and like play the game. So I just start reaching out to people. I'll reach out to whoever I know that is playing competitively and I know is good. Just grind. I mean, I don't think there's any secret to it. I don't waste time like learning the decks that aren't relevant though. I like specifically want people to play me with whatever people are playing in the format. So like my first game back, I played King Vegeta. I was like, I need to see what this deck is because I don't even know what any of the cards do. And then I was like, oh, I need to play Sensu Bean because this sucks. So
did it make it want you to take another break after playing King Vegeta?
Oh yeah, it's like this format sucks. I played one game, I was like, this is whack.
I'm sure it was better than Mecha Frieza. Come on.
Yeah. Mecha Frieza was pretty terrible. Although I loved the Mecha Frieza hand control deck. That was like my favorite. That deck is so fun because everyone played these decks that on turn 2, I think they were down to 4 cards in hand, and you could hit that cell absorption. Oh my god, they go down to 2. And then, yeah, I can't even remember. He did something else. Maybe I had like no cards in hand by turn 3, though. It was hilarious.
Imagine a time in Dragon Ball where Cell's Absorption, the 3-drop extra card, was like
a card 4.
Yeah, it was a card worth playing in any deck.
Oh, that card was busted, bro. It was also in the blue-green Beerus deck. Or no, not Beer. The
ramp?
Blue-green Cell that played the 7-drop Beerus from set 1. Because everyone was playing Cell Chain and Cell, and then Danny Hype built the blue-green deck, and that deck was fire. And that played Soul Absorption too, because he was like, "Wait, everyone's playing Objection, and you neg 2. I'm gonna neg them another 2, and then they're just gonna hate their life for the rest of this game." And I was like, "Yeah, it's set like 1 and 2. No one draws cards, so seems good."
And I've actually never talked to you gentlemen about it, but have any of the Team Berserk boys ever taken a break? I can tell you, I haven't. I've played pretty consistently since set 5 when I started, but. Have any of you guys taken a break from the Dragon Ball scene or competitive scene, or just relaxed for a bit?
No, for me,
Should have went off with Nick. He's shaking his head like he wants to.
Yeah. Yeah, after December finals, I took a break. I didn't even get like it would have been easy for me to win a store championship to go into the second one that they did, And I literally just brought some like meme decks to those, and I was like, I'll play for fun, but like I was like, I can't. I was so burnt out. I was practicing probably anywhere between 20 to 50 games every single day leading up to the December finals for like over a month. So I was just like, I need to take a break.
No, I hear that.
That's a lot.
Oh yeah, every single matchup that I went into for it, like there was no play they could possibly do that I didn't have mapped out. So that part felt nice. But man, I was just like, fuck Cell Surge. I was like, I need a break from this shit.
Anybody else take a break? Oh, and how did you get back into the game next? Sorry, that was the follow up. What did you do to reacclimate yourself to meta?
I think the struggle was knowing what you need to do. So it's almost demotivating. So if anyone like doesn't know, for me, I've had multiple ridiculously like not only are they just extremely lame, but just multiple like excruciatingly painful injuries that have cost me tens and tens of thousands of dollars. So I actually used to box competitively, and after getting re-injured multiple times with some just really stupid fucking injuries, like I am so out of shape now. At least I can blame it on dad bod, but yeah, it's
tank.
Why not both? Yeah, it's just knowing the work that you have to put into sometimes after you've done it multiple times. Like for me, I find that somewhat times demotivating, just being like, fuck, I'm like, I got all this shit to do and I got to do that again to like get back into it. That for me, that's the struggle to get back into being in like hyper competitive mode, is knowing exactly how much time I have to put in, especially with having like a kid.
Anybody else take a break? If not, I have a great anecdote side that I totally didn't know, because this was a new fact for me. This competitive box.
I think Karl was saying something.
Karl?
Well, just for me, I never took a break from the game, but I had a slow start because in Quebec City, the people playing we didn't have a bigger group. I organized a lot of tournament and it didn't went well. Nobody showed up and everything. But now with COVID and everything, it got me more involved with the game, and it got more involved with the big player base that we have in Montreal and everything. But now, because like on the competitive side with the TPs coming out that are not like epic as the TP we got before, and I think I'm gonna be less active because the TP is not there. I'm still gonna be playing, but not as much until I get like I'm mainly focused onto Gogeta or Xenos Shinchan. I know that it's gonna be. We're gonna have support on the next coming up sets and everything, but yeah, I think the only card that I really want into the new TP batch is that 3-drop Ape Bardock, and we all know that's not good. But I'm still living the dream to have a Bardock yellow blue search leader. So until then,
you'll die before it happens, but
yeah.
So
don't wish me that.
the interesting anecdote I know I heard there's Nick used to box. Jimmy, I know you used to run a martial arts school.
Mm-hmm.
I've participated in a number of martial arts and I wrestled for 4 years.
You too, eh?
Yeah, the cauliflower ear. If you don't see it, it's
Mine's on. This year's the hard one. One's like permanently hard, just like me.
I got the cauliflower ear.
Yeah.
I caught that one.
Did you just do like regular, or did you go nuts and go Greco?
No, I just did regular,
Yeah,
but headgear was for wusses. So yeah, my ears are permanently messed up because of that.
We actually taught catch wrestling at our martial arts school too.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, I did that for a few years.
So yeah, it's I just find it interesting, and I know Karl served with the military, and Matt, Jaudat,
Armando's trying to say don't fuck with Team Berserk.
Yeah, I didn't even know that about us. So we're all straight killers. So don't.
I assure you, if you can run at a moderate pace for more than 5 minutes, you can probably beat my ass.
Moderate
but-
piece.
But the link between being a Dragon Ball fan or being a card player and enjoying like martial arts and that kind of stuff seems to be weirdly relevant. Do you think that has something to do with like the type of content you enjoyed as you were a kid and what you wanted to get into it, or?
I think it's the mindset. Like, especially the whole competitive thing. Nick saying, I didn't even know he fucking did that with the December, doing 20 to 50 games a day. To any regular player that doesn't really play in regionals or anything, that sounds like suicide. That honestly sounds ridiculous. But if you do a martial art and stuff, like, I trained a lot for wrestling. I still do coaching and stuff. But you're in there you can go up there for 3 hours of just doing that the whole time. You when you're done, you literally feel like your soul has left your body, but you are focused that whole entire time, and it's that mentality and because the competitive drive that I guess maybe transfers to this card game. And now Nick is gonna come in and blast my ass. Go for it.
So I'll give away the real secret why people don't know this. It's the only superpower I have, and many people actually don't know this because I only recently actually found this about myself. So like I'm actually on the spectrum, and that's why I can do things repetitively. And other people just can't. Seriously, that's actually the biggest reason why. Yeah, I love repetition so much. It sounds weird, but most people will just get too bored.
Something like cutting weight, for example, and I know Lucas is going to know this.
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
that drive, that competitiveness, that determination. That's what really, like, when I was like, I don't even drink water for 2 days. I'll wear garbage bags at night. Like stuff.
I'll go pass out in a fucking sauna. That was the first time I ever fainted, was going full clothes, sweater, hat, because it was the first time I had a cut. Before, I'm obviously was in the heaviest weight class, but when I was in grade 9 and 10, because I did a majority of high school, grade 10, it was an unlimited weight class. So you could be any weight, but then a lot of people, there'd be like a 400-pound guy that I guess maybe skipped 10 grade, like he failed 10 grades, he was 36, and literally just laying on people and getting knocked out. So they capped it at 286. I was like, I think 300 at that time. So I'm just like, I gotta cut 15 pounds in a weekend. And went into a sauna complete. I'm like, all the skinny guys do this, I'll be fine. Sat there for an hour, felt great in the sauna. As soon as I went out, just on the tile floor. And then then there's a guy there, he's just like, get him some water. I'm like, don't get me water. Everything will be a waste. Let me die.
I'd rather.
It's the truth. It's just like, I did that for, I went through that for an hour. I'm not resetting this.
Yeah. So yeah, I just found that was a funny observation. But yeah, I think you're on point there, Lucas, when you indicated. I think it just has to deal with like the competitive, like the mindset. The mindset that you apply just happens to translate really well.
Wait a second. No one played hockey here.
Nope, plays football.
I did. Yeah.
Okay,
I also did like. So I know, right?
Is that why you guys are always? Is that why you guys are always meat spinning each other and stuff?
Also, just for the record, I did do Muay Thai and BJJ for maybe about like 10 months. I wouldn't say like a full year, but that was like 10 years ago, like give or take.
It's in the back
very,
pocket.
very like. That's right. I just wanted to say I did it. That's it.
So I could tell you I was part of no organized sports. Didn't have the money for it when I was a kid. I knew that. That was not a problem. All my sporting was on road hockey.
That's all you need.
And that's all I did. Played ball hockey, road hockey, whatever was affordable for myself when I started earning money. That was my competitive. I played chess. I played board games competitively, but that was... and that's where the innovation, creativity, and things like that.
Yeah, that's a pretty pretty on point.
So basically what you're saying, if there's anybody to kidnap and take hostage, it's you. That's how they get control of Team Berserk.
Oh wow.
Lost, no reward.
So that was a fun little detraction. All right, so my next and last point of discussion, thankfully, because I'm sure everyone's getting really tired, and I'm sure Jimmy wants to leave our wonderful group chat as soon as he can.
Oh, we can keep this going for another hour. I'm ready.
He wants to
I'm
make another
not.
joke about green goat tanks.
Please no. Then I will
Blue
leave.
baby of green.
You take that back, you son of
We talked
Abort.
a little bit about running events earlier. And like I said, I know Jaudat runs them. I know Nick runs some events here in Canada as well. They were both big motivating factors in that Canadian national tournament we had. But I understand you're running a couple of events coming up that you might want to plug, Jimmy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously the fight night coming up is the big one. We talked about that earlier, and that's September 5th. Did I get the date wrong, or did I get it
No,
right?
you got it right.
Nice.
The date's a
nice.
mystery to everyone in this group chat, apparently.
So yeah, so that obviously is a big one coming up, and then we're also doing after that the Hermit Style World Tournament, which was one that was planned literally. I think it was actually like the weekend after my accident, and obviously we had to postpone it. So that is now rescheduled, and that is September. Oh man, you put me on the spot. 25th, I believe. Whatever that
It seems
Saturday
like
and
he's reading
Sunday
something.
is.
The running theme is I try and pick when people aren't paying attention to put them on the spot. Like
This is where you
when
get
I was
Nick.
in law school, yeah, it's like the Socratic method they call
Yeah,
I
it.
that's
can't
me
even
all
plan
the
that if I
time.
wanted to.
Yeah,
So it is.
I'm never paying attention. I had a college class
Same
one
way.
time, and they were going
paying
over like
attention.
body language, and I was literally drumming because like I'm a drummer, and I just like I'm always drumming, especially if I'm bored. So I was like sitting there drumming on my desk, and literally on the screen is talking about how when people like tap their hands and drum, it's when they're not paying attention, and she just stared at me. It was terrible.
wild.
Fit perfect.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Hermit Style World Tournament. It's cool. Sign up.
Best
So,
plug.
when
Yeah.
you
That's a box
it's
quote.
cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
No,
Come.
we we partnered. So one of our sponsors is TCG Metals, Chris Anderson. I think he does stuff with you guys too.
Yep.
He's everywhere.
Thank you,
He's doing a really dope custom metal leader for the winner of our tournament. It's gonna say like champion or something on it, and have like the Hermit style glasses on it. And it's any leader that you pick. So it'll be a 1 of 1. It'll never be made again. A really dope custom leader. There's money. It's a $10 buy-in. I think winner gets 40% of the pot, something like that. And you get XP in the Discord, and you get to actually come on the podcast with me for an entire episode, which that's something that I don't offer unless I like if you're a special guest and I invite you on and maybe. But
Desperation in my case.
yeah. never. But no, like I do a community spotlight segment where you get to come on for one part. But this is actually you get the whole experience. So you'll be in with me planning it. We'll go through each part of the podcast together and you get like the full experience. So for fans of Hermit Style, we thought that would be a really cool thing.
No, that's
but
super cool. I would definitely be
Sweet.
excited for that. That was, and in terms of actually doing your events, do you do them solo? Do you get a team of people? Like, if I wanted to run an event and you could give me any tips, what would they be?
Oh man, I wing everything. No, you don't need a team of people. I mean, if you want to run an event, just run it. Like the first time we wanted to run a tournament, I was like, hey, sign up. I made a little Google form and put all the details in there. I would say that the biggest thing is be organized. No one wants to sign up and have no idea what's going on. So as much as I like wing things, I still make sure there's a very structured approach to running it. So it's like, I just dropped a bunch of stuff. It's okay. But I'm like, here's where you pay. Make sure you put this in your note. Here's how the tournament, here's where you'll find your pairings. Here are the tables you'll go to. It should be very structured and you have to stick to that. I've seen other TOs that like will go away from what they said, or even worse, they'll like impose rules that aren't like either communicated or aren't communicated at all.
I have to stop you because my anecdotal story is too on point, and Nick's a huge part of it, and he already knows the story, which is why he's laughing. So a lot of us in Canada, we basically only had webcam events. So on our team, when we find out there's a cool webcam event coming, we try and get as many of our team members involved as we can, usually. So, we can all play together, have a good time, test with other people. It's always a lot of fun. So we're not going to talk about the store, obviously, but we had one store that was putting on a store championship event. Okay. And when you speak of organized, it was like a random Discord invite. So we all got invited to the Discord. It started 20 minutes late. There was 16 slots open. And then upon starting, we found out the store only had enough TP kits for 8 people. So the back half of the joiners wouldn't get anything.
And they actually sold more than 16 tickets.
So
purposely. And they said straight up, well, we just don't know what's in it. I'm like, it's literally on the website. I can get you the link.
So I said, give me a refund. There's no way I'm playing in this tournament.
And that's why he makes more money than me.
And Nick goes, "No, man, we can win this. It'll be fun." Do you want to share? Do you want to share the winning story, Nick? Or...
Oh God!
Just speaking of organized and being accountable, I thought it was on point.
Should I?
Give the cliff notes version, just the cliff notes.
It's bad. So basically, like, I think for everyone in Canada, they had to wait like 2-3 weeks. It was something about other shipping mishaps, whatever the hell that happened for like 6 months there throughout the world. But yeah, everyone had to wait like 3 weeks, and it was being shipped out from somewhere like Asia or something, whatever. So like we wait the 3 weeks. The store owner messages me and is like, "Hey, like the stuff got in." I was like, "Okay, cool." So after already paying for everything, he's like, "Well, you need to pay for shipping." I was like, "Dear Lord!" So I won the event, and I was like, "Fuck it, like sure, whatever. I'll pay tracked because those were the first like winner regional ones that were actually worth a damn at the time." So I was like, you know what? I'm like, I don't want anything to go missing. Like, I'll just pay the $15 for tracking. This is ridiculous. Whatever. So I paid for it.
Tracking is in Canada, by the way, for people who aren't Canadian watching, is we pay like $15 for tracking. It's nuts.
Yeah. That's another story. So I pay for it. I'm like, whatever. 3 days go by, and I message him, and I was like, hey, I'm like, I sent him a screenshot, just being like it didn't say like it's sent or anything. Just wanted to check in, like what's going on after waiting 3 days to see if it actually shipped or not. And he's just like, please refer to XYZ rules within the group. And I looked at them, and I was really confused, and I was like, wait, is he passive aggressively telling me I'm harassing him? So I went back and asked him, like, are you trying to tell me you're harassing me? He's like, yeah. He's like, you can't ask the store for updates. I was like, what? So then he started like getting mad at me. I won't go into all the details, but eventually I just told him, like, I'm just asking for an update. Like, I'm not telling you how to run your store. I'm not demanding anything to be sent. I just was curious, since I paid for this 3 business days ago, if it had been sent. It's a question. And then he said he banned me from the server, said I'm no longer the store champion. Yeah.
Threatened to call the police.
And he said, you're getting banned? He's like, and if you message me again, I'm calling the police.
What the fuck? Why have I never heard about this yet?
He saw the price of those promos and said, oh, nah.
So, I kept it hush-hush for the most part. At first, I just wanted to blast the dude. But I was like, you know what? I'm like, I really don't want to go through this again. I blasted a store once before for some stupid shit. I'm like, it's just not worth the drama.
Those promos. Nick said, I really want to get those promos.
So did you get the promos?
Yeah, so all I got was the actual sealed winners. Everything else, though, he didn't ship to me.
Wow.
So you found where he lived, right?
What store again?
Let's just say if you avoid Alberta,
So yeah, that was the fun. When you were talking about organization and accountability and all that, I was like, oh, we have an on-point story about running an event and being completely unprepared. So
yeah, that's terrible.
It was funny as hell. That was the best tournament I ever dropped from.
Yeah, best advice I have is don't do any of that. But yeah, be organized and Oh, if you're doing it on Discord too, it's a good idea to at least boost it. I don't know what the levels do. In Hermit Style, we have it boosted to level 3. So usually we can handle more capacity, but
How much does that cost to boost it to level 3?
I have no idea. I have no clue. But I mean, the tournament organizer boosting level 3 is probably like a ridiculous amount of money, but at least boost it some, so it's a better capacity. It's always frustrating to see really large events where I know they're like bringing in loads of cash, and it's just a Discord with literally no boosts, and I'm like, might as well just ran it in my Discord.
I think it's around $5 US.
Per boost, I think.
Per boost, yeah. I
Oh,
think
that's
level
free.
3 is like 30 boosts, I think,
you
though.
need
So
30.
that's a lot of money.
It's only
But
two
either
shipped
way-
Not so free.
It's only 2 shipped packages there, Nick,
Yeah.
with tracking.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 ship winner.
It's always
pack.
good to have a form of currency
Yeah.
on your show. So for
Yeah.
you guys, everything equates to a tracked package. I like
That's
it.
right.
Yeah.
Ours is Chipotle. I have to equate everything to Chipotle meals.
Man, if I equated everything to track packet and the risk of PWE in Canada, I would live a better life. I would live a better life. But I think that runs the gamut of all the discussion topics I had. Did anybody else have any questions or anything you want to throw at Jimmy? This is your one and only chance to talk to the host of Hermit Style Podcast.
Oh my god.
Are you saying after this we have no way of getting touch with
Cutting ties. I'm leaving the Discord. You're all
He's a
blocked.
recluse.
To be
We're
yeah.
lucky the camera's even on.
Yeah, that's Hermit Style Fight Night. The real thing is we're just getting rid of everyone. Everyone on Team Berserk's just getting executed publicly, and Jimmy's gonna be the one doing it. So that's why we're never gonna talk to him again.
Give me Robot Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
So-
Publicly executed.
I do have a question. So Jimmy, since you took your little break there, and you're coming back in, and obviously you're seeing like not exactly the world's most exciting format. We won't get into the topic of what should go, what should stay, all the nitty gritty of it, but like what specifically within the format would make you excited to want to get like hyper competitive again and like have the goals of like topping Nats? What would that format look like to you?
Oh, that's a good question. Well,
There we go.
yeah,
Very specific.
Thanks, guys, for watching.
gone.
Ending it now.
No, I mean, personally, I don't like having decks like King Vegeta in the game. I think that's like a pretty common ideal, though, at this point, at least from what I see online. And I'd like to see something more diverse. It's a very weird feeling coming back and feeling like I'm playing the same game and there's just one new broken deck that's just making it really boring and just same decks. Everyone's playing the same decks. They're just literally just playing just slightly different cards just to combat this one deck. And I'm like, this is kind of whack. So doing something to give us something new, because it, like I said, I'm coming in with Blue Baby. I swapped like 4 cards and I'm like, oh, this feels exactly the same. And then I'm like, oh, what's stopping? Oh, yep, there's Dark Broly. Okay. That's cool. So, and we've had those decks for how long now? Like over a year, probably?
About a year.
Coming
Three
in.
Yeah.
full sets, yeah. 3 sets.
Yeah. So like it's just time for something new to come in. Like in this game, usually there's like a couple leaders that will last 2 to 3 sets. And then typically after that time frame, we see them get either like power corrupt or there's something that makes them not as playable and something else comes in. So I would like to see just like set 15, I'm hoping is wild and like introduces something kind of like when the surge leaders came in. And like the surge leaders like changed everything. Not commenting on how good or bad that format was, but still they came in and it was like, wow, these are crazy. So I would like to see that same feeling, maybe not that same kind of format, because I know there's a lot of, that's probably another debate on whether Surge was good or bad. I like Surge Piccolo personally, but
They just unerrata the surge leaders, and that's
Just
Yeah,
like,
there we
we're
go.
back, baby. Let's go wild.
Yeah.
And then here's multicolor unisons. Add those to your Surge decks. They're playable again.
Yeah. But I think something like that. I think it'd be really cool if they continue to expand upon the SS4 idea, though. I don't know how great it will be at the start. I haven't put a ton of thought into it, but that is such a powerful mechanic that could easily just warp the meta entirely on giving you these like passive constant effects based off what color energy you have. That alone could change things. So I'd like to see them do more with that. I'd like to see a wider ban list, hit the cards that are like clearly broken right now that we've been using as win cons forever. Like get them out, give us something new, change the game, and see where it goes. I don't know if that was a good answer, but
Subpar.
yeah, I give it like
You didn't get an F.
solid like 5 out of 7.
Karl ain't getting in the car for that. That's
not
right?
happening.
No.
So, like leading off after that though. So, with you liking the rainbow aspect, do you think that current leader would be the way to go with it, or do they need something that's more of like a 10 and 15 leader, or?
I don't know. I mean, it would really depend on what they hit. I mean, because they're gonna hit something when the next set drops. I think it really depend on what they hit. I would like to see them give us an array of leaders that do that, though. I would love to see that. I would love to see like an array of different leaders that all do different things based off what colors they charge. So I would love to see like 5 different ones come in and like
So
5 different
basically-
archetypes built.
Yeah, so you get like an aggro version of it, a control version, so on and
Exactly.
so forth.
Yep. I would love to see that.
I could see that becoming like crazy broken. Let's do it.
Yeah.
No,
If Toa works the way that I want it to, but it doesn't, that ultimate box Toa, I was
No.
like, man, maybe, but no.
We checked into it and like
Yeah.
tears.
Yeah, sad days. Anybody else have questions for our wonderful guest?
What's your thought on dual color unisons?
Dual color unisons. I haven't put much thought into that, but
Do you think it could be broken if you have like a blue and green unison, and now you can Frieza and God Sealing?
yeah, that seems kind of silly.
Yeah, that seems a little messed. But my thing is, if
I
they're
feel like if
coming,
that happened,
no, we'll go on,
Huh?
Jimmy.
oh, I was just gonna say, if they do that, I mean, I could also just see them hitting like old counterplays and releasing a new set of counterplays.
True.
Or
Or they
rather,
could just make them.
Or routing
if
them.
you had a mono,
Yeah.
green unison.
But, I mean, they
Yeah.
all contain the text. You can only do one per turn. But it would just be hilarious, like
To
you're trying to play
alternate.
around God Sealing, and then they friggin' like you play something with Deflect, and then they slap down Frieza.
That sounds
Exactly. Or
terrible.
you
No.
play a 10 drop, and then they God Sealing it instead. I don't know. I
All
think
right,
that's
so
cool.
my answer to your question now is no.
My thing is, if they ever do that, that's their chance. That's to bring Invoker back. Like, they're just like, okay, now we got a new win con. It's this Unison. It's a -4 ability. You gain 2 markers every turn, and it's just going to be something stupid broken. That's also going to be a problem because they love Invoker.
1 energy plus 1 burn 8.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 1-drop Unison. It's gonna be 25k. It's gonna be what else? It's got Invoker natively on the Unison. You get a BJ in the TJ Maxx parking lot. I'm still selling my picks, guys.
This used to be a family-oriented show.
Yeah,
Word.
this is where I learned to play DBS, kids. These guys are talking about it. Come watch it with
TJ
me.
Maxx parking lot.
Lucas is the reason I have to click no, it's not made for kids on my
To be fair,
video.
have you like those made for kids videos are very loose. Those Spider-Man, they don't do those anymore. Like Spider-Man and Elsa videos, that was a big problem on YouTube for a while, where people would be putting that just to get the kids video, so they get on the YouTube Kids app. You want us in the YouTube Kids app, even if we were clean PG, just a bunch of, you already said before, middle-aged men just staring at your children. This is how you play the card game. Please. Like and subscribe, even though you can't do that on the kids app, but please do it.
You're just making me so thankful I don't let my kid just like watch YouTube.
Yes, good job.
You know
it
what,
is-
though? Red Yellow could be cool and bring back Surge Goku. If they did something with that and give Surge Goku some support again.
A minus offering ability?
Yeah.
We can get wacky.
That'd be cool, actually.
That'd be cool.
Like,
See,
minus,
right?
that's really like
See?
-2
Yeah.
offering. And if you
Bandai.
draw 2, you hit 1 dog.
Yeah.
Super players, you listening? You forward this to Bandai, okay, C-Rod? I have him in my basement. I'm gonna
Do
get
a
a good
double strike
ransom.
crit in there, dog.
There we go. He's making
Now we
rap
got our
videos
outro
for me.
song.
Yeah, there we go.
So my 2 closing thoughts are: number 1, if Karl's not going to get in the car, Jimmy, we always like to end our
I don't have a car.
doing a Ginyu Force stance. So if you could do a Ginyu Force stance for us, that'd be really.
Oh man, for real.
I'm waiting for you guys, so I see where I fit in.
No. Go ahead. You go first, and we'll work off of it.
You are
No,
Captain Ginyu.
Yeah, you're the captain. You got to do the first Ginyu Force stance for us. Damn. Somebody
See?
saw episode 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say, someone
episode 1 of
actually
the
watched the pod.
Oh,
That's how you
He's
test
he's
it.
the only
Actually,
smart
that's
person
it.
here.
It cut out. What? I'm just coming back in. What'd you say?
See, you can't fool a podcast master. Oh, really, Armando? I think you could turn
yeah,
water
you
into
can't get
wine.
me.
Come on.
Karl wants to do it. He knows it's a joke. Karl knows it's a bit, and he still wants to do it.
Just do it, Karl. Get out of your
Just
system.
do it,
Come
man.
on.
Just do it. I'll join in with you. Go ahead.
I'll do it if he does it.
Okay, there you go. Pressure's on. Do it. You're-
I'm
Come on.
I forgot the pose.
Oh, you gotta do the engine. Come on.
I don't know the pose.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got it.
But because for once I had the blank, I was like, what are the poses? I
Yeah,
always knew them, but what are the poses?
You got to go full volley to really captivate it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think they're
Okay.
I think Matt's in
Well-
the best position to be able to fully capture that. So
I was hoping no one would notice that. These are really little shorts, and I don't want to get up to do any pose.
Well, either Karl's getting that car or you're showing those shorts. I'm sorry.
Why do we always have to end the podcast that way?
It's how we keep people, because now they're like, oh, maybe one of them's getting naked. Okay.
Nobody watches. The end is always the best part. Nobody watches. to
Yeah,
it.
we literally could confess to murder right now, and we would be scot-free. We wouldn't.
Like, subscribe, obey. When we hit 200 and we hit 250 subscribers, that's when Lucas is gonna start selling his piss.
Yeah.
Subscribe
Yeah, well-
will blow you.
Yeah. And that
Wait,
he's only
dragging me into this.
he's only
And
one
any
beer
pose
deep.
you want.
Wait a second, he put an or in there, so what?
I'm gonna have to start taking my name off this stuff, man.
Armando's like, oh, I'm taking a break in September. That's weird.
That's why.
Buddy's Hermit Style partnership at a.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
So this is my last team talk. It was a pleasure,
Where's my nearest TJ Maxx?
I like how that's the first thing that came to my head. I've never seen one in real life. So Applebee's is the one I
We're
always
there all
joke
the
on.
time.
Yeah, Applebee's is the one I always joke on, but they closed down in my city. Thank God. But yeah, TJ Maxx just off the
man,
tongue.
now we're gonna get sued by Applebee's.
What do they even honestly like? Half of
Copyright claim.
a child's Dragon Ball collection is probably worth more than all of Applebee's. Have you eaten there recently? Like, honestly. This is my endorsement to all you who are thinking about going to Applebee's. Don't go there. I don't care if they would ever sponsor the channel. I fucking hate that place. I am cutting all ties here to Applebee's. Okay?
What a fucking hill to die on.
I'm dying on this hill. I've died on. They are the butt of all my jokes, and I'm sorry, TJ Maxx. I think you guys are great. I have no problem with you, Applebee's. Get the hell out of here, honestly. Don't ever come back.
This is such a weird left turn.
Yeah, just we had a great Fortnite podcast here. It went great. I'll see you all in the battle royale.
Good night, man.
Lucas, just take the end of the video, crop it, put it to the front, and just start that.
But we
way.
had so much in the beginning already too. This needs to be like the stage of my brain degenerating here, because this is still me fresh off. I literally work here, like, and I had some people at work I had to deal with, and this is just me getting out my frustration through TJ Maxx, BJ's, piss, and hating Applebee's, all in that order.
Finished, right? That's
yeah, like
done?
I don't know. I still have a recording, honestly.
No, cut that recording.
That's the wildest flow chart I've ever seen in my entire life. That was wild to watch in real time.
I have that flow chart for every interview I do.
All right, Jimmy, before we wrap up, final question. Why is Blue Baby best?
We've wrapped up. This is gone.
Oh, baby. I want to know how it's not. There's no way it's not.
That makes a lot of sense to me. And cut.
Hey guys, Cowken Cards, the guy selling us piss here. We never really got a formal ending to this video, so I'm going to put this here. There's still some more degeneracy after the fact here. We had a great time with Jimmy from the Hermit Style podcast, but we never got an official close. Of course, go follow the podcast. I'll leave the pod follow link below. It's also on all major platforms to listen to podcasts. Go join the Hermit Style Discord. It was great having Jimmy on. He was an amazing guest. We had a great time. I was also on an episode of the latest podcast myself, Kaioken Cards. Go check that out. Go download it, smash a like or whatever you do for that. And yeah, it was amazing having Jimmy on, and we'd love to have him on again. Now enjoy the rest of the madness that I'm pretty sure I was allowed to keep in. A lot of it had to get cut. It was a little too loony, but here you go.
Well, sincere thank you, Jimmy, for appearing on our show. I hope you had fun. I know we had fun.
That was a blast.
This is the blast, yeah.
I was reduced to tears at one point, which is always a good...
And
good
depression.
indicator. Good, yeah, exactly. It's just I'm sad. So
He's just like, how the hell can I put my face on with these fucking idiots?
Armando joins DBM.
yeah, I'm about to move to Montreal right now.
Man, would be nice.
No, that was great.
Carl's
Really
gonna go on a
appreciate y'all having
hitman
me.
spree.
No, I'm glad to hear it, man. I was really stoked to have you on. So I'm glad you
that
guys
was
too. This is going to be our most viewed video ever, so we appreciate the name brand power.
Yes.
Oh, baby.
turn on
Hit record. Hit record.
It's been recording this whole
record.
time. I knew it was going to happen.
The car has a face.
You got to get your head in there.
Oh man, I don't want to break it. Come on.
Okay,
I
I'll
believe
buy you a
it.
new one. Wait.
Carl,
I'll
just
buy you a new one.
Oh.
I will buy you a new
just
one.
lean your belly on it and just roll it a little bit.
we now have our thumbnail.
I was gonna
Don't even
it.
include that in there. Just literally put it as do like all those like bait things for ads and just literally
Never
have it as the
happens.
thumbnail, but it doesn't even like it's not even in the video.
Carl, if it breaks, I'll drive to Quebec and I'll buy you one.
If we could have Carl,
That's a strong offer.
man. Imagine explaining that to your girlfriend.
No.
Your kid.
For your children, yeah.
Imagine explaining the sound.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was doing that for recording. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
That
and that's
honestly would probably be great for the video. So
That wildest
Then I
domestic
could-
just like
You've gone
tasteless
this
image
far.
ever been called in
You
for.
might as well.
that's
I can
yeah.
record the journey to Quebec. How about that?
It's cool.
Man, yeah.
Good God.
I honestly think if we can get a thumbnail of Carl doing funny shit with children's toys every episode, that would be.
And then send those to Bandai to be like, hey guys, please
Send us a
endorse
box.
us.
Yeah, send us a box.
we're family friendly.
I'm just gonna
I don't
click.
care. I
I
don't
guarantee you we should just hope Bandai never watches our content.
Oh,
We
man.
do it
Better
for the
odds.
kids.
You're gonna get sued.
Oh. Yeah, that was a good time though. Again, thank you. I
Yeah,
hope you
thank
had
you,
fun.
Jimmy.
Like I said, we
Yeah,
had fun.
for sure.
We laughed,
That's
we cried. Yeah.
And yeah, if you'd ever want any more madness, the podcast is open, whatever you want to call this. I just said it because I have no other word for this. Like, this is just a team talk of madness. That is what it devolves into. We talked about some
Fucking
Dragon
circus.
Ball, and then we see the circus unfold here.
It's a good time with good people.
Yeah. No, that was fun. I'm down.
Debatable
Anytime y'all
people.
want me to come on, let me know.
Cut.
You know what? Like half this isn't even going to go in the podcast, but I'm saving this for a rainy fucking day, just for myself.
Well,
This is just going to be.
Basically, always be nice.
Yeah,
to
this
Lucas.
it's just gonna be privatized on the channel. It's gonna be called Jesus and His 6 Apostles, or what? I don't even know. I don't even feel like counting right now. And this is just gonna be there. It's just gonna be. Oh yeah. I lost against another Dark Broly. Eh? Oh really?
Is this the fans only content?
yeah.
Upload.
Yeah, this will be on OnlyFans. People will have to pay for this, and then right at the end is when just.
Been waiting for that.
If we had another show, it would be called Canadian Jesus and the Knights of the North. By the way, that's what it would be called. Right? That's we're setting that down in stone right now.
Man.
But
That would imply we're good people.
yeah, but yeah, again, it's always a blast. That's why I'm happy to be on the team. I'm glad we got to share a little bit of that with our first special guest. So
Yeah, happy to have you back.
Oh, I'm the first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
First and special. 2 in 1.
First, and depending on how
I'm
this is
honored.
received, maybe the last. I don't know. It might be canceled indefinitely.
That's a good
Account
question. Why?
deleted.
I don't know. I don't know why. I think
No.
we just want to keep the first one to be special, and Armando
Yeah.
had spotted Hermit Style in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's dope.
yeah, I earmarked it. I was like, we should get a special guest, and it should be the Hermit Style guys. I actually was I wanted to get Jay and Pac-Man on to be 100% clear. I wanted to get Jay and Pac-Man on because I feel like they'd be really funny together.
Oh
But,
yeah.
yeah,
would
you
be.
did a great job. I'm really, really excited about it.
I tried.
So,
Tried my
They could be the
hardest.
second special guest.
yeah, and we have a different Hermit Style member.
Well, now it's perfectly set up because Jay introduces himself as Discount Jimmy. So now that I've been on, he can just keep the trend going.
That's good.
I don't know. I don't like having 2 J's in one team talk.
That's
Yeah,
true,
out of
that-
that one.
That is true.
Only be one.
Looks like you got to sit out, Jay.
And back to it.
On that fun note, especially now that I'm scotch free from real estate, I'm out.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Good night, gents.
Thanks
Have a
again,
good night.
guys. Later.
Take care, guys.
I'm not leaving.
I'm fucking leaving. I need to take a shower.